Hi everyone, it's Paddy here from arithmetichub.com, thanking you for choosing this video, but reminding you that whilst this is one method to solve questions like this, it's not the only method. With that being said, let's explore this concept a little bit further.
Hi everyone, so today we're having a look at fractions problem solving. This here looks an awful lot harder than it is, I think. Fractions problem solving, we hear fractions, we think, okay, fractions can be quite complicated as it is. Problem solving with them, that could be even more challenging. But actually, even though there's 5 steps in this method, once we've actually set it out, I don't feel like this type of method is actually that difficult to do, okay? So, let's have a little look at this method then. So, in fact, start off with a question here this time. 2/9 of a farmer's field is cabbage. A quarter of the field is broccoli. The rest is potatoes, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. What fraction of the field is potatoes? Now, first things first, I'm not a farmer. I don't have a clue if you can grow cabbage, broccoli and potatoes in the same field. I doubt that you can, but that's not what the question's asking. The question is basically asking you to be able to pick apart this key fraction information and be able to solve a missing number fraction question. So, let's have a look at the method. Identify the key information in the question is what we need to do first. With these types of questions, it's so important to know what is important and what isn't. For example, the fractions are important. The fact it's cabbage, broccoli and potatoes, probably not really. The second part says find the common denominator. So if I find the common denominator, straight away, I know it's not a divide or a multiplying fractions question. It's going to have to be add or subtract if we're finding a common denominator, or maybe a comparing question. But this isn't going to make sense as a comparing one, is it? So, straight away I'm thinking, okay, I've got an idea of what type of question this is going to be. I've got an idea of the types of things I'm going to have to do to be able to solve this type of question. Part 3 says, write out the actual calculation. What is the actual thing that you are solving? Part 4, add the 2 parts. Part 5, subtract from the whole. Now, we've seen this lots of times before. Adding 2 parts, subtracted from the whole. It's similar to a bar model, it's like a part-whole model, but with fractions. So, identify the key information in the question. 2/9 of a farmer's field is cabbage. A quarter of the field is broccoli, the rest is potatoes. What fraction of the field is potatoes? Now, to help me visualise this, I'm going to do a really small drawing, just to give me an idea of what's been asked of me in this question. It doesn't matter if the fractions aren't even spot on. I'm just going to say a quarter is broccoli, 2/9 of the farmer's field is cabbage, and then the rest is potatoes, okay? So potatoes, we don't know what it is, okay? So 1/4 is broccoli, 2/9 is cabbage. If I identify the key information, I've done a little bit of a drawing to show what type of thing I'm being asked here. Now let's have a look at the second part of the method. Find the common denominator. Okay, well, if I'm adding these to start with, what I'm going to need is a common denominator. I can't do 1/4 add 2/9 without a common denominator, can I? So I've got 1/4 and I'm adding 2/9. I need a common denominator. So what I can do is I can try and find the smallest number that both of these are factors of, but what I'm going to say, the smallest number that both of these are factors of, I was right. But what instead I'm going to do for this, I'm just going to say 4 times 9 is always going to get me there, isn't it? I can always multiply the denominators together. It's always one way that's going to work. And I don't think those fractions are going to be too big if I do that. 4 times 9 is 36. So now my common denominator is 36. Whilst I'm here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, right, what have I multiplied 4 by to get to 36? I've multiplied it by 9. So we have to do the same to my numerator. 1 times 9 is 9. What have I multiplied 9 by to get to 36? Well, I've multiplied it by 4. So I'm going to have to do the same to my numerator. 2 times 4 is going to give me 8. So I know here I've got 9 over 36 and 8 over 36. Now the next part is the part that makes this all make sense to me. The next part says, write out the actual calculation. So, 2/9 of a farmer's field is cabbage. A quarter of the field is broccoli. The rest is potatoes. What fraction of the field is potatoes? Now at the moment, we've got something that looks like this. It's an addition, we can tell we're having to add all the parts up, aren't we? So, but we've got a missing part equals. Now here, what this basically looks like is we've got two missing parts. We know if we've got two missing parts, that's not a calculation we can normally do. We normally have to find out more information. But what if I was to say we have got all the information we need? Because we know it's a whole field. So we're looking for the whole field. What fraction of the field is potatoes? What fraction of the whole, I can put this in there myself, I can annotate it on. What fraction of the whole field is potatoes? This one word here might have made it a little bit more clear to me. Whole. I'm finding the whole. I'm finding the whole field. Well, if it's a whole field, one whole would either look like one like that, one whole, or you could write it as 1 over 1, couldn't we? That would be one whole. But I've said that I need to find the common denominator for this. So rather than doing 1 over 1 as one whole, I need my denominator to be 36. I've said I've got 1 over 1. I can still make that an equivalent fraction, can't I? Because I can times 1 by 36 to give me 36. If I multiply 1 by 36 to give me 36, with my denominator, I need to do the same to my numerator. 1 times 36 is going to give me 36. Our whole is the same as 36 over 36. Now by writing out the calculation, this has become a really easy calculation to be able to solve, hasn't it? Because I've got 936, add 836, add something that's going to give me 36 over 36. I've got a common denominator. All of these are going to have to be 36. So now, all I need to do is say, right, okay, well this is in 36 as well. I need to work out what these two have given me so far, and what I need to add to that to give me 36 over 36. 9 add 8 is going to give me 17 over 36. And now what I can do is say, right, I need to find out what I need to add to 17 to get to 36. So all I would do is I would say 36 minus 17. 6 minus 7 I can't do. 16 minus 7 is going to give me 9. 2 minus 1 is going to give me 1. 19 over 36. And now I've worked out what part of the amount of the field that is potatoes. It'd be 19 over 36. Added the two parts together, 9 add 8 is going to give me 17. And I've subtracted it from the whole, 17, so 36, take away 17, it's going to give me 19. So the missing part was 19 over 36. Looks complicated when you've got a hugely long worded question, but actually, when you pick it apart and you look at the key points, all it is a case of using all of the skills that you've learned to be able to answer these types of questions. So what I've done is I've found the common denominator, I've set out an entire question, I've used the knowledge that one whole is the same as 1 over 1, which is the same as 36 over 36, and then I've basically used the skills that I've learned when working with parts and wholes to say, right, well this was a part, this was a part, this was a part, and this was a whole. We were missing a part. Add the two parts together, take it away from the whole to find me my missing part. An awful lot of steps, but it's doable when you break them down to one step at a time.
If you found this video useful, then I would massively appreciate you liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you want to explore more methods or practice using the method we've looked at here, why not check out the teacher videos at arithmetichub.com. Arithmetic Hub has videos just like this on different methods, specifically targeting areas needed in Key Stage 2. There you can practice one particular skill or generate your own sets of calculations designed to challenge your understanding of all the topics covered in Years 3 to 6.